Hello, Ninja Puppy. Hello, Kayshawn. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Sarah. Vicky, C.S. Hopper. It's a Presage Entertainment Network. How is everybody doing today? Is it Presage or Presage? Okay. Presage or Presage? Actually, Cable is cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So we'll probably see him next week. So has everybody been enjoying the end of sweeps storylines? I know General Hospital has a bunch of stuff happening tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Shirley. Okay. Presage. Hello, Sweet Bread. Kelly Rhea. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. So, what soap should we talk about first today? Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Barry Hope and Carrie Bianco and Lana. Okay, Days of Our Lives. Now, how many people are happy that Steve is Stefano? What I think about Steve as Stefano is Stephen Nichols is a really good actor, so if anybody was going to pull it off, I think he was a good candidate. Well, we can start trying to talk in alphabetical order, but once folks start asking questions, it could be all over the place. Because we've got look like we got mostly Days fans. We got a GH fan, and we got a couple of Bold and Beautiful, or one Bold and Beautiful. But who was shocked that Steve was the new Stefano, or were you expecting it? Because I knew it was either going to be Johnny, but then when I saw the picture of the actor who plays Johnny, I realized it's not Johnny. Because I didn't really know how the actor looked. But once I saw the little curly head kid, I said, oh no, that's not Stefano. Well, I really don't want Steve to come back as Steve right away. I want him to be able to do what Kristen did as Nicole and just sort of have fun playing a new character. And it would be good if Stefano became Steve's multiple personality so that they can pull him out whenever necessary. Johnny's still coming, but because they tape so far in advance, when they make those kind of announcements, you never know exactly what month it's going to fall in. Johnny will probably show up for the holidays, maybe Christmas or earlier. So the thing with the time jump is tab 3 is I keep thinking that it's going to be a dream sequence anyway, that Jennifer's going to wake up and in 2020 and is going to reset the bar. So I'm not really expecting anything that we see right now to stick. So I'm just enjoying it for what it is. Um, so Steve, when Jennifer wakes up, Steve will probably still be Steve. I thought it might be a cool idea if people were in her room saying different things that was happening, and she was absorbing it in her dream, and so some of the things we do see turn out to be true. But we'll see how it all comes out. I think the dream slash time jump ends in February. Yeah, this is definitely a good time, Ashley, to jump on the Days bandwagon because it's a great jumping on point because everybody's learning at the same time what's going on with the different characters. Shirley, Eric, and Nicole are going to stay together because I read that it says that Eric is forgiving. And I think that if he's going to forgive anybody, he's going to forgive Nicole. Even though Nicole and Brady looked really, really close today. Well, Maria, here's the thing with the time jump if it's not real. The Salem Stalker story wasn't real. Soaps have done like When Life did Eterna and Going to the West and Going to Heaven, and soaps have done things to sort of do a fun story here or there, over the years. So I just feel like One Life to Live when they would just veer off for the summer and go on some crazy adventure. C.S. Hopper, I do think that uh, Thomas really is in love with Hope or obsessed with Hope. And I think her crying on his shoulder and happy to see him really made him sort of like amped up his desire to be with Hope even more because he sees that she actually does care about him, but she's not in love with him. Actually, I'm not a big Eric fan, so he's usually whining and he's a hypocrite, so I don't like hypocrites. Well, Rafe wasn't really doing anything before the time jump. He was still just taking care of David. Jordan was doing her own thing. He just happened to be there. And I think that Rafe hasn't really had a storyline since he broke up with Hope. And it was the same thing with Hope. Hope didn't really have a storyline um, except for worrying about Sierra until she became Princess Gina. But Rafe is like on Young and Restless, they got Ray on Young and Restless, how he went from being like a major character to just not using him. So they're barely using Rafe now. Well, tab 3, I had a problem with that too. Soon as I saw him come back for his tablet, I knew exactly what he did. That was like one of the most obvious things. I don't know if they were going to tackle him for it or something, but yeah, it was pretty obviously what he was up to. Shirley, Shirley is saying she thinks Steve should come back to be with Kayla, and just relax. We know that Steve and Kayla is in game. So, this is just another story for them. Justin and Kayla isn't in game. So, you got to watch Kayla realize that, something's wrong with Steve, and he wasn't, just ignoring her. He actually had something wrong with him, which is Rolf turning him into Stefano. So once she realizes that, her love will probably turn her back to Steve. We know how the story's going to end, but, the fun in the soap opera is seeing how they get there. And so I'm going to say hi to Angela. And why didn't Bold and Beautiful do a time jumper in Wrestlers? I wouldn't put them past to try it if this is a success on Days. What about Bo? I think he should come back to Hope. The problem with Bo and Hope is, people want one of the original Bows. They don't want a new Bo. So just like people complain about Ridge and Bold and Beautiful not being the Ridge they grew up with, Hope being with just some actor saying he's Bo isn't going to be Hope and Bo. So, no. Just enjoy the ride, and hopefully, she'll get back to Ray for somebody. They did have chemistry. It's really a fantasy right now. Bold and Beautiful don't really have time to do the actors they do have. So maybe if the fans keep begging and begging and begging, Daniel will end up on Bold and Beautiful. But there's no plans for it. It started off as just fans wishful thinking, and then online it's taking on a life of its own. Yeah. But would you love Bo and Hope if it was an actor you didn't like? But Angela, it's true they're 1 and 2 in the ratings, but you got to understand that the ratings aren't like they used to be. Young the Restless and Bo and Beautiful have both lost a lot of fans, so they're not, that high up as they used to be. Happy Thanksgiving, Eric. Okay, thank you for taking a break to be with us. Yeah, there'll be a Steve, Kayla, and Justin triangle, but once she realizes that he's Stefano, it's all she wrote. Thank you for joining us, Gwen. Right now, fans are starting to get worried that they're writing Billy off the show, because this is kind of what they did with Gina when she was playing Phyllis. How they took her job away, they started taking away all the people that she would normally work around, and so finally it was just her in the basement. So there is a fear that Jason Thompson is being written off the show. And there's no guarantee that Billy Miller will take his role back because he's been doing primetime work. Happy Thanksgiving, Gwen. That's right. There's only one Bo Brady. Robert can come back as Bo, but Robert can come back as Bo only if he wants to. He's got to want to first. Yeah, I wasn't a big Kane fan on Young and the Restless. Is that supposed to be Douglas back from Hope? I don't think so. As long as Thomas is wanting Douglas to be with her, there's nothing they can do. True. The inheritance storyline with Devon, I just watched tomorrow's episode about an hour ago, and how it ends is Colin gets away with Devon's money, and Kane says he's going to go find the money and give it back to Devon. And Devon still, everybody kept trying to convince Devon that you lost $2 billion, but you should be happy because you did the right thing. That made no sense to me. Also, Elena was even trying to tell him, don't worry about losing $2 billion. but she until Amanda walked in the door, and then she all of a sudden she got upset. I don't want Billy to go. I think he just needs a good storyline. Colin has the money and he's ran off, so that's how the storyline ends. Happy Thanksgiving, Rosemary. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Brenda. Happy Thanksgiving, Delicia. Well, only if they get a better actor. Otherwise, he can stay in jail. What was the last time Hope seen? Yeah, Scott. I think a lot of fans have been complaining on Twitter and different places that she spent almost a year crying about her daughter, and now she doesn't have any scenes with her because she's trying to get Douglas. It's like once she got her, it was like, okay, next story. Devon should have never given up his money. They never showed you Devon's lawyers. It shouldn't have happened that fast. You don't just turn over $2 billion like that. The government would have been involved, and it would have been a longer process than what we saw. Part of me hopes that Trina's relative isn't. The rumor is that her father would be Jordan's husband, Curtis. However, it's like, don't have all the black people be related, and just put them all in in a corner. Spread the families out. It's okay to have more than one black family on the show. But yeah, I think that's probably where they're going to go. It would be nice if, I guess, Trina's mother gets involved in that triangle with Jordan. Remember, Kurt was looking for his what was it? His Aunt Stella was looking for his ex-girlfriend. Maybe that was Trina's mother. But the guy that plays Curtis said he may not stay with the show, so he's supposed to leave in December if he doesn't resign. So it may be another Hayden situation where we finally get a good story and the actor leaves. If you haven't seen Days in a While, Marla, I suggest you just go ahead on NBC.com, catch up. The time jump is only 3 weeks. We're only in 3 weeks. So that's 2 weeks and 3 days, because it's only 3 days this week. It's easy to catch up. I don't think she looks like Nell, but in the comments, y'all can say what you think. I think that they don't have respect for the character, and they never treated him like he was a billionaire. They never treated him like he had money, like Victor had money, and they just haven't written him well. I mean, if he was a white billionaire, I think they would have had would have written him better. It's like sometimes people get caught up in color and don't understand how to write a character, and that's where I feel they failed with Devon. Treat him like a person. Don't treat him like a color. Yeah, and I said that it's ironic that Thomas is closer than ever to Hope, and Brooke lost her husband. So all of Brooke's, Thomas is evil. Thomas is evil just caused her to lose more than him. I think it's going to be Kristen's baby, because I think today's episode, Brady mentioned that they had a little girl that died. In a previous episode, Xander said that was talking to Sarah when the baby was missing, saying that he promised her that everything would be okay, and then it turned out to be okay. So I feel like something happened. Sarah baby died, and Xander switched the babies. That's what I think happened. And there's a rumor that there's going to be something wrong with the baby, and that's how it's going to come out that Brady's the real father, because they'll need probably blood or something. I love Trina's relationship with Ava. I think it gives them I love Trina's relationship with Ava more than I love Ava's relationship with Kiki. Um, I didn't think it was funny when Colin ran off. I thought it was sad that, this is how they lead the Bond storyline. Oh, I think Connor's definitely faking. Yeah, I would like for Trina to be a part of another family. Maybe the Ward family, if that would make her a Quartermain or something. When are we going to find out why and how Lonnie and Kristen are in the convent together? I think they kind of explained why Lonnie and Kristen, they kind of found each other in Rome or whatever. I don't know if that's as much as we're going to get with that, but I'm looking forward to next week with Lonnie and Kristen because Gabby is going to send Eli to Rome to stop Chad. I think maybe Chad wants to team up with Kristen. And then Lonnie's going to tell Eli the truth. And also, there's going to be JJ is going to go to Rome to kill Kristen, and Lonnie's going to try to convince JJ from killing Kristen. So, yeah, next week should be an exciting week, especially if Eli and Lonnie come back to Salem to take down Gabby, or at least try to. That should be fun. I think they don't care about Emma, and it's a sad state of affairs that her character died, especially since they had her off camera for so long. They could have just left her off camera. Her death didn't add to the story. It didn't change anything in the story. It was just useless. It was bad writing. Trina could be a Ward. I think that the new writers at Young Naresses constantly bounce around these actors with different people. We've seen Phyllis, so like they're testing her with different people, but it's like they never stop on anyone. It's just musical beds or musical tries. Um, that's possible, but he has an ESPN show, so I think that if they do show a family as somebody who should be able to do regular, and right now Stephen A. Smith is in hot water with racial issues, so he may not be the best person to keep bringing back. Yeah, Hope is actually. I hope that Hope gets better. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Angela. Stephen Smith has a lot going on right now. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. That's what I was saying. Xander switched the babies. I hope Curtis doesn't leave the show, but it was the actor himself that said it. When is Phyllis going to have a love interest? I don't know. I don't know if actors don't want to work with her or what the deal is, but something going on behind the scenes. Yeah, Connor's definitely pulling a parent trap. I don't know if Sam is on vacation, but whatever she's doing, she's probably having fun with Billy Miller off camera. I think Liam needs a brand new woman, maybe bring back Ivy or somebody, but Steffi needs somebody stronger, and Hope needs somebody strong too. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I want to see. Kristen found out her baby's alive, and Xander switched. It should be good storytelling. I just hate that it's going to also mean that Sarah and Xander's stories has got another big old bump in the road. Yeah, Brooke is going to probably fight for Ridge when she sees Ridge is with Shauna. Right. And Ray went from a major character to nothing. Uh, I think that Days doesn't really know how to write prison inmates. It's like they're in a room with the phone, and then they just kind of chill out there and they were eating. It's like, you know, they can do better than what they're doing with the prison storyline. They're not going to talk about Emma's death because they don't care about black characters. Connor's whiny, but that's also he can only do what's written. I agree. Abby, I think Abby needs a break. Well, Hayden's gone, so I think she did her last scene yesterday. So Hayden's gone, or today, maybe it was today. And that just ruined the whole storyline for me with Hayden gone. And I don't like the new Nicholas. The characters don't seem nobody's doing. And Valentine, oh man, I really wish they fixed that. I agree. I agree. And bring back Victoria Rao, and Debbie Morgan, and people we love, along with some new actors and actresses. But musical beds in the boardroom makes sense when you have a storyline to go with it, not when you just with somebody and then all of a sudden you just kind of switch and there's no emotional storytelling that goes with it. There's no real drama that goes with it. It's just like Chelsea and Nick. Why are they together? Adam wanted Sharon. Now they kind of don't have scenes together anymore. I hope Brooke doesn't go after Bill again, but that's her MO. I like Baby Mickey being kidnapped because Sarah actually showed that she can act, and Xander had, his moments. And it didn't last that long. It was like 4 episodes. The rumor is that Sharon and Adam are together in real life, which may be why they pulled them apart on the show. Right now, the writers love Thomas, so he ain't going nowhere. No, Sarah thinks that's her baby. Right now, it's just a rumor that he's going to be on the show. Daniel kind of started this rumor when he said, "Don't be surprised if you see me on a new soap," and then people just took that and ran with it and said, "Oh, he must be Stephanie New Man," with no evidence whatsoever. So until there's an official word that comes down, it's a rumor. Well, I've been saying it's a dream for like a month now, but I think that it's over actually in February, not New Year's. But we'll see. We'll see. Yep, Steve thinks he's Stefano. I'm not looking forward to Flo's return. Neither am I. Brokeback Brooke is never without a man for too long. Question is, whose man? I wish they give Liam some spice. No, he's going to be lame and weak. Where do you think they're going with the Nate storyline? Hopefully they go somewhere to do a love quadrangle with Devon, Elena, Nate, and Amanda. I hope that Shauna can get rid. I'm tired of Brooke thinking she can rule everybody. I like Shauna and Ridge. They have good chemistry. Adam and Shauna was together. Let's see, answer that. Angela, I think she'll be without this time. Oh no, she's gonna have somebody. Sarah's so stuck on Ben, she doesn't realize her mother is not herself. That's true. I agree. What is Ginger doing? Hayden's gone. That was the worst thing I've seen in a long time, and Anna will not be around long. Then you're on your own. You're welcome. Let me see. Flo should be putting Liam. No, no, I'm tired of the brothers sharing women. Chelsea and Nick, not a good couple. Yes, the time jump is most likely a dream. Maybe Flo and Sean will get Emmy nominations. No, they don't deserve Emmy nominations. Yep, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Brittany. I think Billy kind of scared Cray Cray. Yeah, I've been waiting for that chewing gum scene for a while now. No, that's no. This, the dreams gonna be a big dream sequence. They do that for Halloween every year. Um, yes, yes, it's just a storyline. Remember, just like when she was Princess Gina before, it's just a storyline. Hanging there, go along for the ride, and then boring ass Hope will be back soon enough. Is she wearing a senior wig and granny clothes? I think that is more about the. I think that Sean is supposed to be poor because she don't have a job and she don't have the money. So I think that once Ridge actually dates her for real, or she marries her or something, then Sean is going to be looking a lot different. What else be in the category? Cardboard air. Thank you, honey. Smiles 320. Um, Wyatt and Sally. I stopped being interested in Wyatt and Sally when he treated her like shit. Thank you, C.S. Hopper. Please hit that like button. Why didn't they leave Stefano character alone and let his legacy be? It's a storyline that's probably a dream, and I think Stephen Nichols is going to do a great job as Stefano. You're a Flo apologist. Don't apologize for her. She just can't act. Confused about Amanda. She's on a scam. No, I think Amanda was used. I don't think she's a part of the scam. Yeah, Nick should give up. And when Nick finds out that Chelsea's going to move in with Adam, he'll probably sleep with Phyllis. I want Marlene and Gene to have a cat fight. Isn't Deidre Hall like, well, never mind. They're always stunt doubles. Um, I have really enjoyed the scene between Mike and Stella. Now, I was going to ask everybody this also. Are you ready for Mike to die? Because it seems like they're winding him down and they're not going to have him just in a home like Dina and just indefinitely. So, do you want Mike to die and get just like a big going out scene? Will is in prison for killing Adrian in a car accident or something. I don't know. Philip Kariakis is coming back in the web series on this Friday, whenever 29th is, Friday. Mr. Kurt. I need Abby to. Let's keep in mind that Abby's only there for a short period of time. She has a short-term contract, so y'all right. The dream sequence may end in January because I think she's only on for 3 months, and then it's going to be Chad by himself. So we'll see. But I can't get invested in Abby right now, knowing she's going to leave. Let me see. Flo's a chance, but every week she doesn't. She's not a good actress. She should be recasted. She's just a model. She's a mannequin. Well, I know that she sued, but she lost, so they can get over it. She left today, and she left her daughter with Finn. They were supposed to bring back Gloria. She was on the set, so I don't know when she's coming back. Maybe for the holidays. But right now, Young the Restless is a mess, so I can't keep up. what's going on. They brought back Kevin and Chloe, and they haven't done nothing with them. And they're writing her pregnancy into the show. I think they're going to drag it out maybe till February because I think Lucas might find out the truth tomorrow. But there's going to be a car accident, and Brad and Alexis is supposed to be getting hurt or something. So I was reading about that today, so we'll talk about that in the Soap Fam show. What did you think of Jack Saban? I didn't watch it. I had no interest in it. So it's still on my DVR, but I didn't watch it. I know that people were upset that Chemo was, omitted from his history's timeline. Might be only one Stefano, but give Stephen Nichols a chance because, he's not going to be Stefano forever. It's just a storyline. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The one day Chance said to Adam, if people find out what we're really up to, what's that mean? I don't know what that means yet. I saw rumors about what they were up to, but because it's speculation, I don't want to put rumors out there. And, I need more concrete website spoilers. I don't care for Abby on Young and the Restless. I do like Abby on Days of Our Lives. I just can't really get into her right now, knowing she's going to leave. It hurts my soul. I think Willow would get pregnant. She might even get pregnant by Michael or somebody. I think they're going to do something to switch things up. Yes, Chad and Abby are boring. I really need them to pick up the pace. I like Princess Gina. I even like the accent, so I'm fine with it. I think it's going to be a dream, so like I said, I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing, having fun with it till I see, what happens when the dream's over. Jack showing a lot of interest in Theo. I don't know what you're implying. Brooke will be without a man for a while. Reuse the storylines already hinted at how it's become Stephanie. I think that Brooke will fight for Ridge when she finds out he's with Shauna. So I don't think she'll be without a man. I just think that she's going to fight for Ridge. Well, according to if you saw the promo, Mike was tearing up the house and he had baby Donna and everybody was looking scared. What about Chance? Is that his name? What about Chance? I'm not sure what you mean about Chance. How good was your hospital today? Over Pat had me in tears of laughter. And Hayden's goodbye had me in tears. Yeah, I was really sad about Hayden. O'Bright is always a wonderful addition to the show. We don't know yet. Hot mess. They haven't said how Haley died, just that it's an accident, that Kristen did it by accident. When JJ tries to kill Kristen next week, we'll probably find out the details of Haley's death. Yeah. Actually, I don't want the time jump to be a dream either, but based on the spoilers, it's a dream. I think the end game is the writers want Phyllis to have the hotel, and so they don't want to have a man, but they're obsessed with her in this hotel. Okay, yeah, I'll probably delete it. Are you cable? Do you think Devon? I hope Devon gets back to his money, but the way the show ends tomorrow, it ends with Kane going off to try to save Devon's money and give it back to him, and Colin on a run. I don't know. That's how they left it, and I'm not happy. Yes, bring back Sunset Beach, bring back Passions, bring back Generations, bring back One Life to Live, bring back All My Children, bring back God and Light, bring back Falcon Crest and Knots Landing. There's a whole lot of shows I like them to bring back. Yes, I said Falcon Crest. I'm that old. Um, I do wish Steffi has a new man. They said she's supposed to got one in September, and it didn't happen. I don't know why. Victor and Jack need to get back at each other. I agree. 100% agree with that. Hi, Patricia. Adam Chance, what is their connection? They haven't revealed it, and the spoilers haven't spoiled it. I've seen some rumors about their connection, but I don't think it's true. So I'm still trying to wait it out. I think that Theo, first day at work, asking them to go to happy hour for him professional. And, you know, I think that he really needs guidance, which is something Kyle should be doing and Jack should be doing. But, you know, and Summer should be doing. But I think they're going to have Theo win in the end because I think they want him to be the new golden boy. Oh, Lola and Theo are definitely having sex. It's just a matter of when. You know, it's just a matter of time because Lola loves her some Theo now. Well, think about it this way. They said that Gabby was going to get pregnant. And if it's a dream, maybe she had Stefan baby while Jen was in a coma. So we just got to see how it plays out. Yes, bring back passions. I need some sorcery in my soaps. Some dolls coming to life. Who is Brooklyn character? She's related. No, Brooklyn is a Quartermain. The actress that plays Quinn played, I think, Rocky. And her and Ned had a daughter. So Brooklyn is their daughter. And let me know if I got the name wrong. I know she played Rocky on Lovin'. I'm not sure if that character switched to General Hospital because I wasn't really watching it back then. I was watching it back and forth, but then I had Sunset Beach and Santa Barbara and all the shows. So, you know, when General Hospital got on my nerves, I had an opportunity to go to other soaps. Now, when soaps get on our nerves, we can't just switch to a new soap until they get their stuff together. Now we just gotta suffer. Inbounds think funny Victor's having Amanda investigate as soon as he saw her, but Devon just did a Google search. It just goes to show how bad the writing is when it comes to the black characters. Haley fell down the stairs, but the question is, how did she fall down the stairs? Did Kristen accidentally push her? You know, did she accidentally bump into her? You know, we don't know how to tumble because we've seen Haley fall down the stairs and she got right back up, back when she was on the pills or whatever. I don't think Devon would get his money back for a while. I hope he does get his money back, but the truth be told that they didn't treat Kristoff right until he died. So I hope they don't do the same to Devon. Yep, they left chemo out. Carol Pereira, hang on tight. Because we're just talking about different soaps, and as different questions come up, I just answer them. So, you know, if it's a soap that you watch, you should recognize what we're saying, and if it's not, then we're eventually going to get back around to the soap you watch. Bring them all back. Yes, let's bring them all back. We have Netflix. We got Netflix, Apple Plus, Disney Plus. You know, they got plenty of services that these shows can go on. Yes, Love Knots Landing. You know, bring back Donna Mills and all those people as the mothers, and let's do some stories on the children. What's your soap show is? What is your soap show is? Brittany, I need you to ask me that again. I don't know what you mean. What is your soap show is? What's the skinny on Young and the Restless? Give me a specific characters you want to know about, and I can do that. They should have a streaming service. Yes, I would even watch the old soaps again. Like I'd watch some of these soaps not from the beginning, like when they started in the 50s and 60s, whatever. But let's start in the 80s. I can start watching the show from the 80s. I have old episodes. I have the whole Dynasty series, and that still holds up starting with season 2. Do a show that we can just reminisce about all the old soaps. We may do a throwback show, make a special announcement, and maybe we can get some of our commentators to come on so that we can have more people. Like I didn't watch God and Light, but cable did. I didn't start watching Dallas until JR got shot, so I missed the whole beginning of Dallas. Will Billy sleeping with some ever? I don't think they care. That should have came out a long time ago. Right now, if it comes out, who's gonna care? Except for Nick. Quinn looks familiar. Quinn used to be on General Hospital, and she also used to be on Loving. Brooklyn and Lois, that was her name. Lois. Thank you, Mr. Kirk. Niecy Sanders. No, Quinn on Bowling Green was an original character of General Hospital. You're right. The early 90s year was way better. So she was Rocky on Lovin', Lois on General Hospital, now she's Quinn on Bold and Beautiful. I forgot what her name on Melrose Place, but I've been watching her for a long time. Yes. Greg Sumner was my favorite character on Knots Landing. Oh, him and Paige. I couldn't get enough of Paige and Greg. They need more storylines than one at a time. Right now, they're basically doing one storyline at a time, and it's just this Thomas story and everybody Thomas effects. Oh, yeah. I think Nicole needs a new storyline in general, and that her and Eric can still be a couple, but give her something else to do. No, Bill and Steffi's not getting back together. Soap flicks. I'll Google that and see what that's about. These is all the sorcery that we need. Oh no. I think the fans will revolt if Ron goes too far with the craziness. Well, she's gonna get Alexis good. If you saw the promo, she hit her in the back of the head, so Alexis doesn't have to wonder anymore if Kendra's the one that tried to poison her. I'll check and see. I don't think Dallas is on Netflix. If it is, I missed it. Oh, yes. Please hit that like button. Please, please, please hit the like button. Thank you, Sarah. We've got 16 likes so far, and we've got 81 people in the room. Oh, Devon lost his money, and nobody seems to care, and everybody keeps trying to convince Devon to get over losing his money. So that's where his storyline is so far. Moving forward, there are no spoilers to talk about Devon. So we'll see what happens once he finds out that Nate and Amanda are dating. Maybe they'll put him back in the spoilers. Billy quit Jabot. Jack went back to Jabot. See, this is what I'm saying about Young and the Restless is that they're throwing everything around. After all that time of Jack desperately trying to get Jabot from Ashley, all of a sudden he just decided he didn't want to be CEO anymore. And then he puts Billy and Theo in charge, and then he decides to come back, and then Billy's quitting. That is not how the show should be written. That is not how corporate drama is written. The writing on here is just sucks. I'm just suffering through it until they change writers. Okay, what favorite soap show is? What's my favorite soap show? My favorite soap opera right now is Days by Logs. General Hospital's moved up to the #2 spot because they got new writers that are doing good now. My third would be Bold and Beautiful, and in last place would be Young and the Restless. But that's the order of the soaps right now. But the first one I turn on, 9 times out of 10 is going to be Days of Our Lives. The third, yes, I remember Ryan's Hope. My mother used to watch it. I remember I was a kid that had a crush on Delia. So yeah, I'm that old. Yeah, SoapNet. I miss SoapNet. I used to watch SoapNet. The Bold and Beautiful. Yes, nothing's going on with Young Russ's. Nobody has a storyline. Yeah, missed anything. That's so true. I love Ryan's Hope. And you know what I loved about shows like Love in the City, Generations, Ryan's Hope? They were all half hour. And they had tons of storylines going on at the same time. And Bold and the Beautiful can't seem to get their stuff together and have more than one storyline right now at times. Before, when they had the black people, at least they had 2 distinct storylines going on. But they can actually have like 4 going on at the same time and still be a half-hour soap. You know, even switching up on different days, showing different characters. But I think it's to save money. They're not using all of their actors. Brooklyn's Mom Lois, we got that down. Kristoff took off time. That's when they kind of they let him go. He was just drifting back and forth, even when he was on camera. You know, they didn't know what to do with Kristoff. Yeah, I was upset when they got rid of SoapNet. I'm not old enough to watch Search for Tomorrow, and I probably was a baby when Edge of Night was on. Yes, Paige and Greg. Oh, you had me about to Google. I thought you were trying to put me on to something. Have you ever heard of How to Survive a Marriage? No, never heard of that one. I was born in '73, so yeah. So my soap knowledge starts in the '80s. Hope needs to worry more about Beth than Douglas. Yeah, but you know, hopefully Will hook up with somebody in jail. Yes, and I think what they're going to do in the new dynasty, since Blake is on trial again, like in the original show, I think they're going to bring the new Alexis in. They announced it was some chick from Parent Trap. It's going to be the new Alexis, and she's still blonde, and she's supposed to be coming in soon. So I think that'll be the cliffhanger, introducing a new Alexis at Blake's trial. Kendra is trying to kill Alexis because I think Shiloh told her that she killed Kiefer on purpose. Yes, please hit the like button. Yeah, that would have been. It's nice when they recall things like that, but I wish they had. They have forgotten Katie and Bill exist, I think. Yeah, Sharon doesn't have a storyline either. You know, her and Ray, not good storylines. I heard that Kane is going to. I spoke on this earlier. It's just a rumor. It's not true. So, you know, if it's true, it's because the fans are really pushing it. But, you know, that's just something that happened on Twitter. Well, Tessa's off contract, so she's recurring. So the Mariah and Tessa relationship is a joke. Even though Mariah is still on contract, the actress that plays Tess isn't. So they should have broke them up or something because they don't show them. You know, they can't. If you say so. Bold and Beautiful is the #1 soap in the world, but I still have issues with that. Talk about getting the rest of the storylines. So if you want to throw some storylines in the comment section, we can do that. I think the fan theory is that Kyle and Theo had sex and now they're bitter ex-lovers, because that's how they act. Thank you, Gwen. Dace is doing a really good job. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to be winding down in about, I'll do maybe another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to say goodnight to everybody and happy holidays. Named Sober Sam, who's on Your Hospital Turned to Vampire. That was Port Charles. Where is any Alexa's daughters? I don't know. The only one they're talking about now is Molly, the actress playing Christina. I just read that she's gonna be in a movie, so I don't know if she'll be doing double duty. I think they're gonna put Thomas and Hope together, so we're watching the long, drawn-out version of Thomas and Hope getting together. Oh no, not Brooke and Liam. You know, I think that if the other soaps like All My Children, Guiding Light, and One Life to Live were still around, I think they probably would have overtaken them based on these most recent writing regimes. But I mean, I think a lot of people are still watching these shows out of habit, you know, and that's why there's still no spots. See, don't forget Edge of Night. I didn't watch Edge of Night. I want to see Jack throw a chair through the window like he did in the 90s. He threw a chair through a window like 2 years ago when Ashley took over. Search for Tomorrow. Well, that's just one I wasn't watching because I watched what my mother watched. And my mother watched mostly ABC soaps, and then I started watching the NBC soaps that were new, like Sunset Beach, Santa Barbara, because I wanted to watch from the beginning. And I actually watched Bold and Beautiful from the beginning, but then I lost interest early on. Just like Capital, I tried to watch that and lost interest because there's so many soaps to choose from. It was okay to not, if the storyline didn't catch you, just to move on. It was Night Shift? Okay. I guess it's Port Charles Night Shift. Whatever happened to Claudia and Brian? They were so good. Friend of Laura and Scott. I don't know who Claudia and Brian are. Nick is washed up. He has stuff for everyone GC. He's angry and pompous. I don't like Nick. Yeah, Bold and Beautiful. Only thing you got to know is they're doing a long love story of how to get Thomas and Hope together. That's what it all seems to boil down to. General Hospital Night Shift. Okay, I got you. So I just remember Port Charles. I don't know. Edge of Night, the channel that run all the old soaps. Yeah, I would watch most of them. They need to bring back Victoria Rao back. I agree wholeheartedly. Hey, Phoenix. 9 p.m. Central Time? No, Eastern Time. I'm in the East Coast, Baltimore. Bradley Bell have a lifelong contract. I think he does. I like Tessa. I know how the writers. Yes. They don't know how to write lesbians. So instead of finding maybe a lesbian writer or somebody to consult with, they just didn't do anything else with them. But if they brought in some black writers that understand black culture, you know, and actually would care about black characters, maybe get some better character, like Devon characterization. Just let them handle the Devon, Elena, Nate, Amanda triangle. and then bring on some diversity in the writing room so that we can get multicultural stories. You know, we love our Victors and Nickys and Phyllis's and all those characters, but we want to enjoy the rest too. Eh, it's debatable. Bold and Beautiful to me has good moments, but overall in a week, I can't say the whole week is good, but they have good moments. They acted like they might be getting rid of Jason, but we'll see. Hopefully not. I do not think Stephanie's getting a new man based on how they're writing, but they're still saying she's getting one. Still in the spoilers, but she's supposed to got a new man in September. Good night, Sarah. Good night, Sarah. Right now it is 10:05 p.m. and I am signing out in 5 minutes. I'm trying to get through the rest of the questions if I can see any more questions. I don't think Amanda's scamming because they're keeping her. She's on a 3-year contract, and I think it was just Kane and Colin. Good night, Honey Smile 320. Good night, Angela. Happy Thanksgiving, Melissa. And thanks for being on last week. Happy Thanksgiving, Carol. Let's see, Gwen. Yes. We need to get a good cat fight. I think they really are turning away from violence and soaps. So we haven't had good fights since like the 90s. We might get a glass of water thrown or a couple slaps, but the old school cat fights, we haven't got any good ones. I agree, but they don't write black characters well. The hell, I don't know how to write for them at all. Got Light as Returns. I think Port Charles, Night Shift were 2 different shows. Okay. Maybe Port Charles became Night Shift. Okay. We need more of that. I think I don't know if it's just the writers that don't know how to write Friends or, but they're writing them like they're a couple that broke up. They're not writing them as friends that broke up. A lot of their scenes don't make sense. They seem way too like boyfriends. They just seem like boyfriends. They don't seem like boys that are friends. Okay. Okay. Claudia and Brian. I wasn't watching General Hospital at that time, so I also got to remember that I was in school too. So I can only watch it in the summer. So yeah, I missed the whole Claudia and Brian, but I do remember Richard Simmons being on General Hospital. I do remember that, but I don't remember Claudia and Brian because I remember at one point I stopped watching General Hospital because Heather went to Santa Barbara and I followed, her to Santa Barbara and stopped watching General Hospital because I really loved Heather, and then I ended up loving Gina. So, thank you, Nakiba. Happy Thanksgiving. Good night, Farah. Black curves are really written like kitchen help. I agree, Trini. You're speaking to the choir. Sheila versus Lauren. Those were some good fights. I would want her back because I think they need to start rebuilding that family. Good night, Gwen. Okay, I'm on for one more minute. Thank you, Vicky. Happy Thanksgiving. Brooke and Taylor, hope wedding. That wasn't really a fight. I don't know if I can call that a fight. Thank you, Patricia. Happy holidays. Thank you, Annette. And thank you, Angela Burris. And thank you for everyone who joined me tonight. Please hit that back button. And no, they're not going to bring Victoria back, but we can all wish and dream, just like the people that dreamed the boat come back to hope. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving.